Welcome to the official Personality Guru. ISTPs learn by doing. They are highly detail-oriented and have a propensity for troubleshooting. Thus, nothing is beyond their intellectual capacity as long as they can get their hands and hand into the game. We all know of an ISTP in our lives, even without realizing it. ISTPs can be found in almost any environment, but you might know one as your local mechanic, electrician, or engineer. ISTPs are often privy to keeping secrets, so who knows how smart they really are? Today, let's talk about ISTP intelligence and how ISTPs are smart. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the official Personality Guru and ring the bell icon to get regular updates on our latest uploads. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. ISTPs are pragmatic, logical, objective, and ambitious with their schemes and ideas. They dislike the abstract concepts that intellectuals discuss and think about. However, they possess a natural intelligence. Famous ISTP thinkers include Diogenes the dog, Albert Einstein, and Leonardo da Vinci. When measuring intelligence, it is important to remember that each person has their own unique type of intelligence. Just because someone might not be adept when it comes to science doesn't mean they don't have an incredible grasp of languages. One person might be book smart, while the other is amazing at solving just about any problem which comes their way. There are so many ways in which people can be intelligent, and recognizing these different ways of using your mind can be an important step towards understanding people better. Just assuming someone isn't smart because they respond to things differently than you would be an ignorant thing to believe. ISTPs are a combination of physical and logical, wanting to focus on the world around them but also valuing information and their own inner minds. This can cause people to be confused with what types of intelligence the ISTP is often drawn to, since they have a unique combination of qualities. Being someone who is both physical and intellectual doesn't really fit into what others expect, but it is certainly part of how the ISTP functions. They care about learning and being accurate in their information, and value a sense of rationality. While this isn't necessarily something they make obvious, that is because ISTP can be very private people who don't feel the need to constantly express themselves outwardly. They often save these details for people they're closer to and trust the most. Are ISTPs smart? When it comes to knowing the ins and outs of complex machinery and all things related, no one really beats the ISTP. For this personality, their natural curiosity, talent, and almost intuitive knowledge can make their work seem effortless and like less of a chore to them. Most studies show that the intuitive trait is linked to higher IQs on average due to their ability to make highly theoretical inferences and abstract connections between things. However, the ISTP's knack for solving problems means that they possess a natural form of intelligence that others often marvel at. Are ISTPs intellectuals? Pragmatic and guided by their logic, the ISTP is not one to dally about with thinking about things that are highly abstract, theoretical, and hard to clarify. Instead, they enjoy thinking about working on and improving things that are rooted in their realities and produce immediate effects. Even though they are quite enigmatic and hard to define, they're always a type to be grounded in reality regarding how they think about the world. They dislike discussing things that are very hypothetical or too out there. Instead, they enjoy talking about things that they can observe. The mind of the ISTP. The Myers-Briggs Type Test Indicator, or MBTI, first released in 1943 by Catherine Cook Briggs and her daughter Isabel Briggs Meyer, categorizes ISTP as having the indicative traits of introversion, sensing, thinking, and perceiving. Reserved and preferring to keep to themselves, the introversion of the ISTP lives up to its reputation. They prefer to have one-on-one relationships with people. They form bonds. They rarely disclose personal information, making them seem cold, aloof, or unreachable. ISTPs function incredibly well under stressful conditions, which usually cause others to crack under pressure. An unlikely leader, the ISTP will rise to the occasion and guide others if the situation calls for it. However, they almost always like to work alone and independently. Problem-solving skills. ISTPs are incredible when it comes to problem-solving and seeing ways to logically fix things. They can find new and creative ways to ensure that the problem is fixed, but they also connect it with what they see in front of them. Being that they are also physically present people, they're often great at working with their hands. ISTPs know how to see the problem and visualize the best solution for what they are dealing with. Being someone who has an active inner mind but is also very aware of their surroundings and present at the moment makes for an amazing combination when it comes to solving problems. ISTPs are often seen working with things that require problem-solving skills. This is why people expect them in jobs like carpentry, mechanics, or working as architects. They are good at seeing the way things should be and finding a way to solve problems when the situation doesn't always go as expected. ISTPs are also great at keeping their cool when a problem does arise, knowing how to logically assess the situation instead of allowing themselves to panic over it. ISTPs actually enjoy problem solving as it helps them use their minds in different ways. ISTPs actually value accuracy and precision when it comes to getting things done and don't like to deviate. They care about what they're working on and want to be able to be as precise as possible when things are trying to solve a problem. While they might be more laid-back people, this doesn't mean they lack a sense of passion when something excites them. When the ISTP really enjoys what they are doing, then they become even more invested in ensuring that they can accurately problem solve and find ways to make sure things run smoothly. ISTPs do like to find faster ways to get things done, wanting to uncover a more unique and efficient way to solve the problem. They actually enjoy when something is a bit of a challenge and take it on like they are solving some type of puzzle in front of them. Without things like this, they can become bored and find themselves lacking interest in what they are doing. Common sense or practical intelligence. ISTPs are highly practical people. Even though they also have a creative side, they can see the most practical way to get things done, not wanting to be someone who wastes time on more emotional choices. They might not be the most emotional people, but they know how to get things done in order to help the people around them. When the ISTP cares for someone, they are much more likely to assist with their practical needs, showing support in their own ways. They are good at recognizing what the most practical path is, where others can easily struggle with this. ISTPs often possess a lot of common sense about things, naturally knowing how to get certain tasks done and do them with a sense of efficiency. This is certainly something that helps them in life and gives the ISTP an outward intelligence that people can recognize. As an ISTP or any other personality type, what are your intelligence? Be sure to watch until the end and share your experience for a chance to have your comment pinned. Physical awareness. ISTPs are also very physical people and are connected to living in the present moment. While to some people this might not seem like a type of intelligence, it most certainly is. ISTPs are capable of noticing changes in their environment, and this makes them much more perceptive when something is different. Noticing when their surroundings have changed in the slightest of ways helps the ISTP recognize when something needs to be fixed or adjusted. They are aware when something isn't going to go as they hope, since they can see the little physical differences where others might not be quite as observant. Being someone who is actually able to pick up on changes in their environment and physical surroundings helps the ISTP when it comes to predicting certain things and finding ways to adjust to them. They're adaptable people because they are actually aware of themselves and what is going on around them and are able to adjust to changes. This also helps the ISTP to connect with people more. Noticing when someone isn't feeling well based on certain physical changes, they might not be great at showing a sense of emotional support, but they can try to find ways to solve their problems and help them when they truly care for someone. Before we continue, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the official Personality Guru for more amazing videos. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay updated with our content. How ISTPs think. They make decisions that are concerned with the facts of the situation that they can observe around them through, you guessed it, sensing. This means that they can sometimes skip over thinking about things that have possible yet abstract connections. ISTPs dislike talking about things that involve emotions and seldom draw guidance for their actions from them. They are intensely objective to the extent that deliberately considering the emotions of others is often difficult for them. This can cause rifts due to their blunt and often insensitive nature. This personality hates feeling as if they are stuck, so ISTPs love to make bold, spontaneous decisions and often engage in risky patterns of behavior. If an idea pops into their heads, especially if it involves something related to fixing a problem, then they will act on it. For ISTPs, their actions sometimes make them seem like they are trying to alienate themselves from others. However, this is a product of their independent thinking style. This means they make decisions with their own actions in mind and not that of a team or group, as they value autonomy. ISTPs are tolerant and accepting of the differences and opinions of others unless it challenges their logical and objective mindset. If this occurs, the ISTP will often defend this to a degree that may seem unlikely for this personality.